Hey guys, it's Morali. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. Hopefully you guys are self-isolating and coping well. And if you guys are bored at home, I'm trying my best to try and give you guys as much as creative content that you guys can sit back, relax and enjoy. And I wanted to come out with this video. I've been thinking of doing about it for a while. And just the best Bkchat Ldn moments ranked completely, like the best moments ever that we've had when it comes to this particular show that's been going on for the last 3 to 4 years, a show that I have been reviewing since it's kind of started as well, and I thought it would be fitting for me to do a particular video just to rank. So I'm going to basically rank the top 10 moments when it comes to Bkchat Ldn, and just the moments that kept us on the edge of our seats, moments that actually had us gasping, because whether the show is good or not right now, the show has so many amazing memories, so many amazing scenes, just the drama that comes with the debating show that we all loved. And I really want to take it back to the moments of time where we were waiting for the show, where we were waiting for it to drop once a week, we were waiting to watch the entire thing, where you guys were waiting for my reviews of these epic kind of showdowns, where we had such great characters in the first 2 seasons, which were the epic seasons, and how we all just, it became a cultural movement, all tweeting about it on Twitter, just it became everything. And I want to kind of just bring that back. I want to kind of have that ethereal kind of atmosphere. I want to kind of bring that atmosphere to this video, and hopefully you guys can sit back, relax and enjoy. Before I do get into that, please do subscribe, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, Murad_Morali, please, and please subscribe to my podcast, and let's get into this moment. This is a whole moment, guys. At number 10, we have Miss Esther and Ezra. Who remembers when these two had their beef, when out of nowhere as Esther just flipped on Ezra?
Eric and Badu, stop backtracking, bro. Stop backtracking.
He's pissing me off. I'm not joking.
You've been saying you're upset. You've been saying that you're upset for the last 10 minutes. What do you mean? I'm trying to come.
And she says no. Is the relationship over? So what are you talking about, bro? Stop backtracking, bro.
I was really upset. She became kind of a pick-me. That's how Esther was kind of moving back in the day, because Lucas and Ezra was going a bit off, and Esther kind of joined in. And the confusion of Ezra, the face that she had, she looked at it and she was like, what is going on here? Why are you hyping? What are you doing? It doesn't make any sense. But it was TV gold, because you can just see Esther, she gets upset and she gets vexed so quickly.
See, that will piss me the fuck off. And then I'm trying to understand why you're vexed. I'm saying calm down.
I said to her, you don't know, so shush. Then she stood up and accused me of turning up while she's simultaneously turning up. How does that make sense?
It becomes so funny when you think about it now, and at the time it made such good TV, because at this point of time a lot of them came for Ezra in the first kind of season, and she was actually the most loved character of that season. We all just loved her more than anybody. She knew of this, and you can tell that Esther kind of jumping on Ezra even helped the affinity for the public when it comes to us loving this character. But this dynamic, this relationship, this conversation was just so funny and just so random. So at number 10 we have Esther versus Ezra. At number 9, who remembers when Riva pops off on Lucas?
What are you gonna do? I'll talk. What? It's alright. What are you doing? I'm not one of them. I am not.
Why is it always me? Why me?
Everybody was waiting for this. Everybody wanted this moment to take place because they knew Lucas to be this alpha male, and at this point Riva came on and they could tell that Riva was a strong character, and people were like, what happens if Riva and Lucas clash? They never really clashed throughout the show. They didn't until this particular point where Riva was like, I was waiting for you to come to me with this. I was waiting. And you can see that Riva is one of the first girls actually on the show, set aside from Ezra. Riva is one of the first girls who stood up for herself against Lucas.
And I'm one of them.
Come then. What? What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
Lucas. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to bring that to me. I was waiting for you, and you came, and then you're being disrespectful. I haven't disrespected you about telling me shut up and all that. I'm not gonna have that, bro. Don't bring that to me. Do not bring that to me.
Listen, okay, whatever. I can't be.
Don't bring that to me. If you're talking, say what you've got to say. Don't include.
Because before anybody else came along, Lucas was seen as the alpha male, as somebody who you cannot go against or you're going to be in trouble, and kind of a tag team with Esther and Lucas, so they kind of dominated the kind of group and their group influence and the dynamic. However, Riva was one of the people who would step to Lucas, wasn't afraid, and literally stood up for herself and got off that kitchen counter and seemed like she was going to do something. It was TV gold, kept us on the edge of our seats, and again was a great scene. So for me, this is of course all subjective, but number 9, Riva and Lucas. At number 8, we have Gogo and Pastor Mike. Who remembers when Gogo went absolutely crazy on Mike and was ready to fight outside? He was ready to go outside and fight. People were holding him back. This happened, I think, during season 3. And, you know, Mike must have said something XYZ. I can't recall exactly what took place. But he went over the board when it came to conversations. And it came to a very heated moment. And Gogo wanted to take things outside with Mike. And then Nissi was kind of speaking to Mike, relaxing, calming him down, saying, we don't need to do all this. But they were both ready to go and blow outside and scuff. And it just ended out of nowhere. And it just became such a moment in TV because it was just so random. And it was a perfect kind of dramatic moment that we needed for season 3. At number 7, we have ranked Lucas and Adrienne.
Please, I'm not the one.
Please,
you know,
I beg you,
I'm not the
shouting
one.
at me.
You know why I'm shouting at you? Because I will really get active on you. I'll really get active on you. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm not slapping people now and I start getting mad. Everybody starts acting like I'm mad.
Who remembers Lucas and Adrienne and when they had their major beef and Lucas went straight up to Adrienne's face and was like, this is not what you want. We can go right now. We can beef. And you can see Adrienne is sticking up for himself. And we have the green haired guy. I forgot his name. Omar, there we go, who obviously was defending kind of Lucas, again coming across as a pick-me, and we can see how Adrienne was standing up for himself.
Then we do believe that manners and respect is something that will carry you throughout life. Do you get it? And I feel like right now the constant chill is very dismissive and it's disrespectful. And at the end of the day, this newfound fame of his seemed to be getting to his head. This season 1 stuff yesterday, bro. If I'm in this room, leave season 1 out of it.
As if he's been paralyzed from his head above.
It's not going to stop me from looking good in my Primark.
Did not get bullied, didn't want to get bullied, but unfortunately that was what was going on. And we can just see how, you know, him and Lucas really had major tension. There was extra extra footage that we got as well that we all wanted to see. There was a point of time when it came to Bkchat Ldn that we were so excited to see extra footage. There used to be an extra show afterwards interviewing the cast members. This is how lit this show was. I find it absolutely crazy how it's just, you know, gone from a show that we were looking forward to see extra footage to a show that nobody cares about. The decline is so vast. That's why I wanted to make this video, because, you know, these were such, regardless of whether we hate or dislike the show, it brought such great moments and it was a beautiful show. And this Lucas and Adrienne stuff was definitely very heated and one of the biggest kind of arguments that we would have on this particular platform. So that comes in at number 7. Number 6 we have is Adrienne going mad at Omar and exposing him.
We went to the Represent Radio interview. I gave you money out of my own pocket to get home.
Who remembers when I was at the reunion and Adrienne was like, well, I paid you money out of my own damn pocket so you can get that bus to come here. Like, can you actually imagine how crazy the way everybody got up? They screamed, they were shouting, they were just going mental over the entire situation. And I think that was just an absolute epic moment because it just stopped everything. It was jaw dropping. Everybody got up, they screamed, people fell back, everybody was just so shocked because Adrienne went mental on everybody at the reunion at that moment of time as well. He was not having any of it. He was just coming for everyone and everyone because they all came for him throughout that season.
And you expect me to sit down? Shut your mouth. You need to shut your mouth. That's what you need to do. You need to shut your mouth. Let's be real. So, let's be real. I definitely did that. Yes.
And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. And I found that just to be an epic moment indeed, because this is basically the decline of Omar's character completely from that particular the moment was when he was being a pick-me for Lucas, but it kind of ended for him, especially at that reunion, because that was definitely peak as well. Top 5 now, guys. Top 5. Number 5, we have racist Meanie being kicked off the show. Who remembers Meanie? Guys, who actually remembers Meanie from season 1, I believe?
Important, that's Missy, this girl needs to come off the show quickly because I do not support racist people.
Whatever, they're young, they don't understand what they're doing, they do what they're doing. As they get older, they understand what they want
when she was out here doing up debates and lectures in the damn kitchen in East London, wherever this kitchen is. But these times she was doing a madness on Twitter, and these times she was putting out all these tweets that shocked everybody, and then she got kicked off the show. It was controversy. Then they had to do an after show interviewing the characters and how they feel about Meanie. Like, this was a whole situation that really pissed off so many people, and rightly so. But the way this Meanie girl was never seen again in life. Like, as soon as she fell off from that Bkchat show, it was ended. Career, everything done out. It was just washed out completely. And I find this to be so funny because she thought she was something, but really and truly, the way you were doing the most on Twitter and then you come onto this particular show, I don't know what was going on, but it was a complete scandal. That is what you call, guys, a scandal. It was an absolute mess. Top 4 moments now, when Nunu obviously admitted about the period situation and how, you know, people eat out on a period and so forth.
When I'm on my period, I'll respect him more.
Hey, chop the bottle out of your face, bruv. Are you mad? Like, bruv, what are you talking about, bruv? Nah, fuck that.
And how that was absolutely crazy as well. It just shocked everybody. We can see that, you know, Lucas was like, chuck the bottle at her. Biscuit starts eating the cup, and it, you know, she wasn't afraid to. And I feel like there's nothing wrong in what she was saying. If that's what people like to do, that's what they like to do. But it was just the gravity of it and how she said it, and the quickness and the reaction of people, the trending topics.
Hand in there and lick your blood.
It is the fault
Why would you respect?
Why are you doing that?
And how it went crazy on everybody, and just in general, I feel like that in itself was hilarious because it was just a moment again in Bkchat London. At number 3 now, top 3, we have Honey losing it on the episode 1.
No, I'm not gonna calm down because do you know I'm not gonna have someone telling me I was a side chick when I wasn't a side chick. I was not a side chick. So do not chat shit to me.
Everybody remembers Honey. She was an absolute great character for the show. She added so much depth. She helped to create the show as well. And, you know, going mental in the first episode when people called her a sideman, she did not have it. She stormed off. She went crazy, and she was just causing drama everywhere. And not only that, but also just the fact that her and Chioma, you know, when she kind of got exposed for those voice notes at the reunion, and Chioma got very upset with her and wanted to go, you know, just do a madness on her, and she got really, really upset, and this was the downfall of their friendship.
I want to get out. No, can you get out, please? I want to get out. I'm done with this bullshit. Don't fucking disrespect me. You're disrespecting me. No, you're disrespecting me. You're asking a fucking question. Let me answer the fucking question.
I feel like that in itself was absolutely epic as well, and just absolutely it was everything. Now, guys, I'm not going to really include that season where they were all in that house. I don't know what that season was about, but it was a mess, and I'm just not here for it. So I just feel like they did that wrong, charging everyone £1. Who remembers that? That isn't even ranked, but that was an absolute mess.
So we now have to pay to watch Bkchat. I've had enough, man. I've had enough. All we wanted was a damn trailer to drop, and it banged. All we wanted was the damn episode to drop. That's all we wanted. Why couldn't God provide? I really don't know. I've had enough. And they want us to pay to watch this damn show. Bye.
Charging everyone £1, and everybody was so upset. And then the first episode or second one got pirated, and it got leaked. It was just a mess, absolute mess. But we're not talk about that. Number 3 is Honey losing it on episode 1, and, you know, with Chioma, the downfall of their relationship, especially at the reunion. At number 2, we have Miss Yasmin from the current season 4.
Back in your head. Put it back in your head. Put it back in your head. Put it back in your head. The insecurities is coming out. Insecurities. Look at
Look at your mum. Where is she? Not here. Oh, is your mum dead? Oh, sorry.
He went absolutely mad at Young P and did not take any of it, and said that, where's your mum? Your mum is not here. It was just a moment that went too left, too bad, and then it got turned into a song as well, and it ended up being the only viral moment of this particular season, but it helped the season. It was the most watched episode. But I also feel like it was a moment in Bkchat London history again, where we had these new characters coming into the flex, and clearly there was this altercation and, you know, behind the scenes tension.
Ugly. There's a guy get surgery and she's still ugly. How that makes sense?
And you clear that Yasmin went way too far, but also so did Young P. They both were just, it turned into a massive cussing match out of nowhere, and I found that to be very interesting. But at number 1, guys, at number 1, we have Miss Nunu and Esther in that kitchen, where Nunu was like, where we at 21, popping babies. And
You at 21?
anyone, Esther. Popping baby.
What?
Yeah, I was.
The way that turned into a major moment, and then we hadn't even making t-shirts, you know, made a coin from it, and then she was interviewing people as well, and it turned into a massive situation. It was the biggest moment ever of Bkchat Ldn because Esther went absolutely mad.
But don't try that with me. Don't fucking try that with me. Because I will drag you on this floor. Don't fuck with me and don't talk about my child. Do not fuck with me.
Kicked off, screamed, you know, walked off the kitchen stage and everything because she was just irritated by how she was taken back. And apparently Esther felt that she sent for her daughter, but I don't think she sent for the daughter. She just cussed her back because, you know, they both had a very forceful, crazy dynamic on the show, but the dynamic is what helped made the show what it is today. So hats off to both Nunu and Esther because they both have made this show what it is today, and that is a pure fact. But I feel like that moment was funny because Esther got red for life and it was absolutely hilarious. Just the entire moment was just, it was just everything. It was everything. Just
don't try that with me. Don't fucking try that with me. Because I will drag you on this floor. Don't fuck with me and don't talk about my child. Do not fuck with me.
the way my reaction, just the jaw-dropping moment, it was the best moment of Bkchat Ldn history. You can tell I'm smiling now as I'm recording this because when you think about it, these were just beautiful top 10 moments when it comes to the show. Now these are my top 10 moments. This is subjective. There are probably several other points, several other moments that have happened throughout the seasons that we watched that you guys have enjoyed more. And if you guys do, then please let me know. Comment down below and let me know what moments you liked, or did you guys like the moments that I brought up. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are self-isolating. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Please do subscribe, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, Murad_Morali, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.